Special report there from paradise. Let's have a look at the sport. Was it paradise for our footballers in France? Let's find out what happened over the weekend.
Payet show in Marseille last night as OM moved up to second in Ligue 1 with a 2-1 win against Lyon. Payet scored from the penalty spot midway through the first half, then started and finished a fine individual goal just before half-time. Moussa Dembélé did get Lyon back in it, and Marseille had Alvaro Gonzalez sent off, but Lyon are 14th after OM held out. PSG at 8 points clear of Marseille at the top after an 85th minute goal from Mauro Icardi gave them a 2-1 victory at Brest. Saint-Etienne moved fourth, coming from behind twice to win 3-2 at Nantes. Monaco made it 5 league wins from 7, Alexander Golovin with their goal against Dijon. The table remains tied, 3rd to 15th are separated by just 6 points. Liverpool struck a potentially decisive blow in the Premier League title race as a 3-1 victory over reigning champions Manchester City took them 8 points clear at the summit. Fabinho and Mohamed Salah both struck early on before Sadio Mane made it 3-0, with Bernardo Silva scoring a consolation late on. The Reds now have a big advantage over second place Leicester and are 9 points clear of Manchester City.
In the beginning it was not only because of us, but it was wild. It was really pressing. There are not a lot of clear balls like in behind, stuff like this. It was like everybody tried to come in the game, but it was always under pressure from the other team. So, but intense from the first second. And you could sense it that it was really important for both teams. Both teams had.
Elsewhere in the Premier League yesterday, Manchester United went 7th after defeating Brighton 3-1, with a performance that Reds boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer described as their best of the season, a 5th win in 6 games across all competitions. Wolves, meanwhile, moved up to 8th by defeating Aston Villa 2-1 in the West Midlands derby. Villa are now 3 points and 1 place clear of the relegation zone. To the Bundesliga, and Patrick Herrmann scored twice, whilst Jan Sommer saved a penalty as Borussia Mönchengladbach restored their 4-point lead at the top with an entertaining 3-1 victory over Werder Bremen. Rami Bensebaini had given Gladbach the lead before Herrmann's brace secured the points. Gladbach are now 4 points clear of RB Leipzig, Bayern Munich and Freiburg. Tennis now, and success for France, who claimed their first Fed Cup title in 16 years yesterday for a dramatic doubles decider against Australia in Perth. Caroline Garcia and Kristina Mladenovic were 6-4, 6-3 winners against Ashley Barty and Samantha Stosur, giving France their 3rd title in the women's team event. It had been 2-2 after the singles matches. France captain Julien Benneteau was delighted, vowing to celebrate with a lot of drinks. Staying with tennis, and Novak Djokovic demolished Italian 8th seed Matteo Berrettini 6-2, 6-1 in his ATP Finals opener in London. The Serbian's chasing a record-equalling 6th title and trying to overhaul Rafael Nadal as world number 1. Nadal faces defending champion Alexander Zverev tonight. Not so good news for Roger Federer fans from London. He lost in straight sets to Dominic Thiem. Federer and Novak Djokovic meet later this week in Group Bjorn Borg, their first match since that marathon Wimbledon final last July, and one Federer may now have to win to reach the semi-finals here. On to cycling, and it was a gold rush for France at the final day of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup in Glasgow. 22-year-old Sebastian Vigier won that most precious of medals in the men's keirin, holding off German Maximilian Levy. The French gold rush continued through Benjamin Thomas in the men's omnium, winning by a country mile from the nearest challenger, the Scot Mark Stewart representing Great Britain finishing 2nd. Thomas also won the men's Madison alongside talented 19-year-old Donovan Vincent Grandin. Finishing with golf, and England's Tyrrell Hatton has won the Turkish Open at the 4th extra hole following a dramatic 6-man playoff. It needed 4 goes at the par 5 18th hole to decide things, Hatton's first European title since winning the Italian Open in October 2017. His closest competition under the floodlights came from Matthias Schwab, who sunk a brilliant putt to stay in contention. Up the 18th, the pair went again, and this time Hatton missed his birdie putt, but the Austrian Schwab missed a short par putt to hand Hatton victory the Englishman's 4th European Tour title.